What's good, y'all? It is grind time for your boy, but the basis of this video will be all about the DJI Osmo Mobile 7P smartphone gimbal. The basis of this video will essentially be taking you guys through the process of me creating content throughout this week and shooting it all on the Osmo Mobile 7P gimbal using my iPhone 16 Pro. This is the Mobile 7P itself, and as you can see, it's extremely small and lightweight. And the size for me on a device like this is important because if this is not small, I'm not bringing this with me and using it. It kind of defeats the purpose. Essentially, you just take your phone, you put on this magnetic clamp. I love this design too because this doesn't hit any buttons when it attaches to your phone. Your phone snaps straight onto the gimbal magnetically like so. And then once you flip this up, the gimbal will power on and you're pretty much good to start shooting. Now let's get back to this multifunctional module. Snap this into place like so. And it's gonna power on and we can start using it. The audio throughout this video has been from the DJI Mic Mini. And usually if you wanted to use this microphone, you would need to connect this to the receiver wirelessly. But with this multifunctional module, you can connect the DJI Mic Mini straight to the module and use that audio in your smartphone when you're using the gimbal, which is really clutch. So that's one of the really useful features with the multifunctional module. But another really useful feature is also tracking yourself in video. So all I really gotta do is throw up a hand gesture, which is an open palm. You can see this will light up green, and now this is gonna track me throughout video, keep me perfectly framed up, and this is gonna make filming myself so much easier. I went out to NAB a couple weeks ago. I linked up with some of my favorite creators, and we did parties. I had to do a panel out there for some other companies. I linked up with some of my favorite brands. The thing that NAB really made me realize this year is that I am not excited about new gear the majority of the time. But one genre of gear that's consistently like at least getting my attention is pieces of gear that make it easier for you to create content by yourself. Just because it's so relevant to me. But tools like this make it hands-free, make it easy for me to create content like this, make it so I don't have to, pay out of pocket to have somebody come film me, do little things like this, or even make this process slower. Keep me engaged, like this is cool to me. I like this. Another thing that was really, interesting to see at NAB this year is just the transition from NAB feeling so much like a broadcast conference to it now really embracing online creators in so many different forms. Like, it's always gonna be crazy to me that a person like myself who creates videos for YouTube can walk through a conference that's for broadcasting and get noticed more than a director who has directed a feature film that is massive. That's so freaking crazy to me, yo. Like, I will never really grasp that concept. But that just goes to show, man, content creators are pushing the needle. Whether people want to admit it or not, man, use what you got to get some influence, man, because we are pushing the needle out here. Aside from this vlog that I'm doing right now, I've been working on this budget filmmaking gear video for the past couple of weeks, and it's been taking me so long to do. I've been having a hard time getting into a groove of working. Plus, I've been trying to get back in the gym, and that takes a substantial amount of time every single day. And it's the end of the month, so it's crunch time. I really got to lock in and get this video done. I feel a little bit overwhelmed because I feel like I got a lot to do with this project still. But if I can put a substantial amount of work into it today will essentially be a success. So that's the priority for today, man. That's what we got to get done. Done with the talking head. That took way longer than I expected it to, but it's done. Now I'm gonna go through and film some B-roll of some of these products. Then I need to record a portion of another sponsorship into another. It's a lot. I don't know why, but I get antsy on camera still. I know a lot of people think that that's exclusive to them. Maybe they just started creating content, but I press record on the camera and I just instantly start either talking really weird on camera or I'll just instantly start getting winded. It's really weird, yo. It's not exclusive to you, man. Even me, I've been doing this for so freaking long. I still get antsy on camera. Sometimes things take way longer than they should, like right now, but it's on its way out of here. It's all good. It is a little hot, so I do have the air on in the car, so if the audio sounds terrible by any means, it's probably because of that. This has always been a setup that I've wanted to try though. I get car mount shots with a suction cup in my car often. I always kind of just got to deal with the vibration of the suction cup being mounted to my windshield and I can't really use a gimbal because it's just too big. It would be too much of a setup. It would be like counterintuitive for me to even try to do a setup like that, you know? So with the Osmo Mobile 7P, I got that mounted to a suction cup right now. I got the tracking on, so you know the framing should be good. Lighting is going to be another question because it's the middle of the day, the sun's all over the place. It probably looks terrible in that regard, but I'm really interested to see what the stabilization looks like. A setup like this is super convenient for me though. Like, I got my microphone on, hopefully the audio sounds good. I don't really got to worry about too much. You know, if I have my actual camera right here, I'll be trying to adjust the settings and make sure everything looks good and all of that, make sure my autofocus is straight. But with my phone, I know that if I just press record, it's gonna do a lot of the work for me, and I enjoy that. I didn't get much work done yesterday. I shot the talking head, I shot the B-roll for the project that I'm trying to wrap up, and I did a little bit of editing. But now I gotta like put the final touches onto the video. I gotta add in clips for my sponsor portion. I gotta throw B-roll on top of the talking head. I gotta, you know, add titles and all of that. So that's the goal today. I'm about to head to a coffee shop and try to knock this out because I need to submit this video and get rolling on to the next one, man. It's a stressful week right now, but we gonna get it done. This really inspired me to just use my phone, bro. Like, I don't know why I be trying to shoot log and have these huge file sizes. Like, none of that. When I can just literally turn my phone on and the footage will look good. It's crazy. Hopefully y'all can hear me with the music, but one thing I do love about this Mobile 7P as well is the fact that the tripod legs are like integrated into the bottom of it. So all you really gotta do is literally just pull them out and set this up wherever you need and be set up. I hate when you gotta screw the tripod legs on and make sure you bring them every single time, because then you find yourself in a situation like this and you don't have them, and then you just kind of screwed. It's a couple days later, and to be completely honest with y'all didn't really miss anything other than some editing. I took a crazy nap today, which was fire. Went to the dentist, went to the barber shop, but since the last time I saw y'all, I have finished that video that I was working on, and it's out, and it's performing terribly, which sucks, but it's part of the process. I think a lot of people are afraid of that, or afraid of, you know, the quote unquote failure. Not that I ever really look at it like a failure. For me, it's just a learning experience. I'm more so upset that I spent as much time as I did working on that project, knowing that it didn't need that amount of time and put into it. So, you know, it's just something that I gotta keep in mind for the future. All you can really do is create things from your own heart and hope that whatever it is that you're putting out into the world is helpful to somebody in some aspect. So it's all good. I wanted to give y'all some behind the scenes, but now that I think about it, my script is on my phone and I forgot to bring my iPad. So I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to actually show y'all. A lot of the stuff that I'm gonna be doing though is just gonna be floating around getting cool looking angles. So it's not gonna be much that I need to show for behind the scenes, but I just figured it would be cool for this vlog. I can give y'all a rundown on the equipment I'm using. It's pretty much the same if you watch my videos at all. You would be like, man, this is the exact same thing that you always use. But I think that's important to show as well, man, because a lot of people think that they need a lot of things to make something happen. All you really need is a setup that you enjoy using, that works for you, and you can get it done. Everything is quality right now, so you don't need an abundance of gear to make something happen. This is the Sony a7C Mark II though. My primary camera, I've been using this for months at this point. 24-70, my favorite lens I own right now, just because of the versatility that you can get with the angles and the focal lengths that you can get with this dream lens right here. It is expensive, but I think that it's worth it for what you can do with it. I got a small rig V-mount battery on here, 99 VB99, and then I'm still using my small HD 502 bright, which I do want to swap out, and I always say this every single video, but it's working just fine. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? That's where I'm at. That's what I'm using. That's what I'm gonna use for this entire video as well. I used to not really enjoy zoom lenses like that, but man, since I've like got into a rhythm or like a space where I'm trying to be as, I guess, convenient as possible or like as efficient as possible, This 24-70 has been a game changer, bro. I just put this on my camera and I can literally get pretty much any angle that I want with little to no compromise. It's still crispy, it's still clean, the image still looks good, the autofocus is amazing. It's not much that I'm missing out on going from a zoom lens to a prime other than that constant aperture of like a f1.4 or something like that, which I don't really use anyways. All right, I'm pretty much set up. I'm gonna get the shooting so I can utilize this light while it's here. I'll check in back with y'all in a second. Well, this is audio from my phone, by the way. I wanted to, try these freaking features out, but as you can see, it's raining. So I gotta pack this stuff up and we'll pick this up tomorrow maybe. I don't know, we gonna figure it out. Sheesh. Man, you hate to see it, man. You truly do hate to see it. Raining too. This week has been hectic, man. I've been trying to get more vlog footage and kind of just show y'all what I have been doing. But when it comes down to the last week of the month, man, it gets to a point where like, I'm doing a lot of editing. So it's a lot of me just sitting at the desk and me just chopping through footage, submitting footage, talking to brands, getting approvals, getting edits, getting revisions. It's just a lot of me sitting. So this is the first real opportunity that I've had to just get out and actually use this gimbal and try out some of the features and kind of test out the stability of it, which I honestly don't really think is going to be a problem at all, just because the stabilization inside of the iPhone is already just so good as is. I never really look at these mobile gimbals as in addition to the stability in the iPhone, because the iPhone is already amazing. I think for me, it's like all of the other features that kind of add up into something that makes it worth buying, like the active track, or like, a lot of these applications allow you to do some really cool stuff like panoramic photos. Also think the fact that you can pair the microphone directly to the multifunctional module is also, a really good addition. So you don't have to carry around another piece of gear and plug that into the phone. Everything's just right here. And it's compact and it's lightweight. So for me, it's not really the gimbal stability. I know the gimbal stability is going to be good, but I do want to test that out. We'll go grab me a smoothie, and I just want to chat with y'all about some stuff. How you doing? It's so wild, for sure.
Subliminal advertising's getting crazy,
You watched the review the other day,
DJI
and I bring it to your shop. It's a different level of advertisement right there. Hopefully y'all can hear me. It's a lot going on around me. I got a fountain over here. I got music over top of my head. But my life has significantly changed over the past couple of years, man. And you guys probably see it through my content. Maybe not. Maybe you haven't even paid attention to it because you're still getting value from it, which is what I hope. If you can't tell, I haven't been doing music videos for a while. And it's been intentional. It's just not something that I've been into lately. And in turn, it's forced me to not really talk about music video production on the channel. In order for me to be able to give you genuine value in whatever it is that I'm talking about, I need to be actively in it. And I feel like I would be doing y'all a disservice if I were to continually talk about music video production if I'm not doing music videos. Like, I can't give y'all no tips. I can't tell you how to get a client right now because I'm not doing client work with music artists, but this is really why I'm leaning into the creator lane, because I'm genuinely a creator, a full-time creator right now. So if you're trying to build your brand through social media like Instagram or YouTube, this is the spot for it now, I'm trying to bring all the value that I got right now, give y'all all the tips, all the things that I'm going through in my journey as a full-time content creator, and hopefully you can utilize it. And I think this tool right here is gonna be one that's huge for people who are trying to get into YouTube or social media, and they don't want to spend a ton of money on something like this. This right here is very expensive, especially with this entire setup, but something like this can provide you with good quality and it won't break the bank. Something that was really funny that just happened when I was in the smoothie shop just now. The owner saw me using the Osmo mobile that I'm using right now, and he was like, bro, I literally just looked this up on YouTube last night, and you walk in with it. This is a different type of marketing. This is a different type of advertisement. But he told me he was a DJ. And that just really got me thinking too, like the diverse amount of people who are looking into a product like this just kind of shows like how useful it is. You know, he's a DJ, he wants to get into filming his sets and have them look a little bit better, and also just be able to hand something over to somebody to get a shot of him and ensure that it looks good. It just goes to show like, yo, this product can be useful for so many freaking people who are trying to get into the social media lane with whatever they're doing, whether it's a business or you're a DJ or you're a content creator, you're a photographer, you could be a chef. So many different people will find value in a product like this. But I also understand that a lot of people who are gonna be purchasing this gimbal won't be filming themselves. Maybe they wanna get into cinematic clips for their phone because, you know, the iPhone's log is actually amazing now. Or maybe they just want to be able to utilize some of the features to make filming a little bit easier, like active track or even some of the other features inside of the DJI app. So let's hop in here and test some of these things out. So once you open up the DJI Mimo app, this is what you'll get. You got a bunch of different settings lined up on the left side of the screen. At the bottom, it'll give you a detailed look at your ISO, your shutter speed, your exposure, all that stuff like that. And from here, you can kind of choose what you want to do. Now, one thing that I do want to test out is active track. I have been tracking myself throughout this video, but obviously I haven't been behind the camera, so I can't see what's happening. So the cool thing about active track is it's not just for people. If I want to select the edge of this building up here, all I have to do is basically draw a shape around it, and in turn, it'll highlight that for tracking. So I'm going to center the frame, and the tracking will try to keep this wherever I place it inside of the frame in it while I'm moving. So I'm gonna just move around, keep that point right there in the center, and this is just gonna allow me to do a lot more with my movements and not really have to pay attention to what's happening with the gimbal, you know? So that right there is gonna make it a lot simpler while you're shooting to be able to get nice cinematic shots. And you can see that this shot right here is coming out pretty clean. Right now I got that sign selected, and I really don't have to worry about framing. I'm gonna go behind this pole, see what happens. Still on it, cool. Go behind this one, still good. Go behind this big one, picked it back up, which is cool. I forgot to mention that using active track inside of the DJI Mimo app is fully software based, meaning you don't have to have the multifunctional module connected to use it. The good thing about active track is that you can track subjects other than people. Now with the multifunctional module, you can only track people, but the cool thing about it is that you can track people inside of any app that you prefer. So if you prefer using a built-in camera app, you can use that. If you want more control over your camera settings, you can use the Blackmagic app, or you can even use Instagram and Snapchat. Whatever you prefer, you can utilize this tracking inside of the app. We are finally here. My week has come to a close using the DJI Osmo Mobile 7P, and I got some thoughts. I'm genuinely happy I made this video, and not because I'm using the DJI Osmo Mobile 7P or any of that. This is amazing hardware. We'll get to that in a second. For me, like, I'm a YouTuber, right? So I get asked all the time, what camera should I get? I want to get into making content. And even though subconsciously I know that your iPhone or whatever mobile phone that you have is more than viable to start creating content, I still will realistically find myself in situations where I won't want to create something if I don't have the equipment that I deem necessary available to me at that time. And so for me to go home and edit down this footage and, you know, get in a rhythm of creating this vlog and actually enjoying it, it just confirmed it for me. I'm not filming a log. This doesn't look like a film. I'm not color grading it down to look perfect. It's just documentation. And if whatever you are filming on is smooth and people can hear you in a great way, that's all that matters. All this other stuff is just a cherry on top. And for me, I love the fact that this video just confirmed that for me. As far as the Mobile 7P goes, this is amazing hardware, especially for the price. This is actually fairly cheap. But The stability you can get in your shots is amazing. We knew that that was going to be the case, something that we didn't have to worry about, especially with the iPhone stabilization already being amazing. This is just an enhancement to that. But beyond that, I love the fact that this multifunctional module allows you to track yourself. You can also connect directly to the DJI Mic Mini. This combo right here makes this super viable and something that I'm genuinely thinking about using for my weekly vlogs going forward. Something else I forgot to mention about the multifunctional module is that it has a fill light. So if you find yourself in dark situations, you can use that to light yourself up. But honestly, I'm just scratching the surface with this gimbal. So many different features and things that you can use and do with this that I didn't even touch on in this video. The DJI Mimo app allows you to do things like time-lapsing, panoramic photos. The DJI Mimo app also has shot guides and it can even edit your footage. So if you are a beginner, don't feel intimidated by the system. All you gotta do is essentially just connect your phone, and straight out the gate, you're gonna be able to get some smooth cinematic shots and some great content to put up online. If anybody's interested in the Osmo Mobile 7P, there's gonna be a link down in the description below for you guys to check it out. I don't know why I'm moving, just because this is tracking me, it makes me wanna move all over the place. But yeah, man, this is gonna conclude my video. I'm gonna check y'all out on my next one, all right? I'm out, peace.